Okay, let me throw this to both you guys. Obviously, you had a few days to digest this. We were hitting record as this whole Leo Carlson signing went down with Philadelphia and Anaheim, and massive, like just a massive earthquake in the hockey universe to go down and give people something to talk about. You guys, I'm sure, have talked to colleagues, you've talked to former players and guys around the hockey world. Commie, let's start with you because you're in Calgary, you're in Stampede. People are hot stoving all the time.
Sure.
What sort of buzz you been hearing?
Yeah, I think people are definitely a little surprised. The numbers, I think.
Do they like it?
Yeah, I think so. By and large, I think some people think it's kind of crazy and it's a little bit of a stretch. But I think by and large, I think more than anything, I think I think your average fan thinks it's entertaining. If that makes sense, it's like,
we needed
wow.
it. We needed it.
Like,
yes.
Oh yeah, we're just gonna come take this guy or try to anyway. So, yeah, I would say it's definitely a good talking point. I've been looking around online a little bit when I'm not in one of these tents, and Pat Verbeek is taking some grenades right now. With, like you said, you never know what's true and what isn't unless you're in the room. But with them being like, what Verbeek was at 12, they were at 15.
Stingy.
Yeah,
a little stingy.
Talked to him before the thing. He signed the thing, and a little tight, and they might be biting him a little bit now. But overall, I think it boosts some interest. That's for sure.
Yeah, it's entertainment. It's full on entertainment, and I don't think we'll really know whether this works or it doesn't for either team for a couple of years still. But if nonetheless, it's made it entertaining. And then it just opens up the talk for everybody else. Like where this will go into next season. At this time, there'll be a same kind of player, same kind of situation, and the whole talk of June and May and the playoffs will be about who's getting the offer sheet this year. And so for me, it's entertainment. I don't think hockey wise we'll really know, but it does seem like in this situation, teams are going to be a little more careful to paint themselves in the corner again, the way Anaheim did.
Well, I just wonder, Verbeek had a reputation for grinding guys and being a hard negotiator, right? Like, I wonder if at some point, depending on how things kind of go for Anaheim, like you completely upset the apple cart in terms of changing the economics of what your own salary structure is going to look like and how it all plays out, right? And so, you almost wonder, unless they have continued sustainable success like they just had in the playoffs here, ending a drought and knocking out the Oilers, like, does this cost them a job potentially? Because like you waited, you let this get to a point and this blew up. Like, even if you've kind of matched, like this has far exceeded anything you would have planned.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy. I think you're right. But like, I'm not the biggest Ducks fan in the world. Don't get me wrong, but pay attention, obviously. And I'm up until this point, I thought Pat Verbeek was doing a pretty good job. I'm like, man, this guy's really on top of things, and the Ducks are trending in the right direction. Like what the Ducks are doing, the Flames would love to be doing in a year or two or something like that. And now all of a sudden, the old Philadelphia Flyers, Danny Briere came in there and blew it apart.
Yeah. For all you Canadian hockey fans right now that like grumbled about Darnell Nurse's 9.25 or in Vancouver with Pettersson's $11.5 million contract or Jonathan Huberdeau in Calgary. Hold my beer.
It's taking those contracts way off the hook. They're right on, like, no more EP40 for 41 for the, or EP40 for the 11 million. No one's, it's nothing. It's average now. It's average. He's the happiest guy in the world.
Yeah, he's loving it.
Yeah. He's loving it.
All right. Once again, we turn it over to you. This is the time of the episode where we give you, the people, to have a chance to lay in the questions for the rock stars, Commie and Razor. And here this week, it's our fan question. Remember, use the hashtag on any social channels using the hashtag AskCTC. AskCTC. Okay, this one coming from Malcolm all the way up from Timmins. Hey, look at it, Northern Ontario again, right here. So this week, Malcolm wants to know, easily the best hockey podcast on earth, and it's not even close anymore. Thank you so much for the love there, Malcolm. But he wants to know if you, yeah, it is nice. Okay, so here we go. Wanted to know if you ever had any teammates who had bizarre pregame rituals, or even if he'll tell us if you guys did. So I'm one of Commie's dude followers and proud of it, Commie. So there you go to follow up on last week's conversation.
Maybe I should move to Timmins.
There's a happy
Malcolm.
dude over there.
I appreciate it.
So, okay, bizarre pregame rituals from a teammate or even you. Commie, you want to kick this one off?
I mean, yeah, I'll kick this one off. I'm so bad at these things when I got to sit and remember this type of stuff. I've been thinking about it since Stu sent it to us a few minutes ago. But the one that always and I don't think it's really what Malcolm's looking for, but the one when I think of pregame, the one that always comes back for me is it's not really a pregame ritual. It's just kind of how he was in the pregame and then throughout the entire game, like when I was playing with him. Was when we traded for Mark Recchi. And I don't think I've told this before. And it's not like it's anything like super weird or anything, but this isn't, you got to play a hockey game, or whether, we traded for him. I just played with him for the trade deadline through the game 7 against the Oilers. You get to the rink, you're focused on the game and looking at the lineup, and getting ready and whatever, warming up. And when we first started playing with Mark, I'm like, this is Mark Recchi. Like, this guy's unbelievable. Oh, Hall of Famer. Yeah. This guy's the man. And I still think he is the man. He is definitely the man. But I'm like, where's Rex at? I haven't seen him. After a couple of games, I'm like, I don't really see him before he comes in, puts his gear on. And then in the intermission, when the coach talks, he's in there and then he's gone again. I'm like, man, what's Rex doing? Well, so I kind of wandered around looking for him. Well, Rex, and I don't know if it was like his ritual. I'm not even sure what he was doing, but he was constantly on his cell phone. Like the entire, like he was doing something. I don't know what, like sending some text, but literally every single game, constantly on his cell, which, like, if I would have done that, I think Rod Brindamore would have, he might have kicked me off the team. But this is Mark Recchi. Mark, you can do whatever you want. And he played great for us. It didn't matter. So that's one that I always come back to, which I know is not really a pregame ritual. For myself, I don't think I didn't really do too much. I mean, I just kind of tried to do the same thing when things were going well. Like, I would usually put my gear on in the same order. I would, have a few cups of coffee, wander around, but I don't think I was like real crazy with any thing I had to do or like a specific food I needed to eat. I was pretty loose that way, I would say.
Yeah, it's funny because any of the real weird stuff, guys kind of kept it to themselves. Like, you really wouldn't notice while you're doing your own pregame thing to see guys doing their weird stuff. Because the real weird stuff was like behind closed doors or at home during whatever it was. So for me, kind of the same idea, thinking about it, what always stood out to me were like the guys who got dressed with 3 minutes before warm up. So to Commie's point, like the guys who just weren't around when everyone else was getting ready, just really odd that, where is this guy? And the one funny, hilarious thing that happened in Toronto, Ian White was a guy he'd have a hot tub before every game, right? Had a hot tub before the game and he'd come flying in with 19 or 18, 20 minutes on the clock when we're going on at 16:33. And somehow he'd get his gear on, he'd be out in the warm up. But one day, he fell asleep in the hot tub or took a nap in the hot tub. And everyone's pretty used to him showing up at 19 or 20. Finally, it gets down to 17 minutes. Someone's like, "Where's Whitey?" The trainers go flying into the hot tub. He's having a nap in the hot tub. 17 minutes. We go flying out and warm. He comes out and warm up. His skates are half done. 14, 13, 12 minutes left in warm-up. We're flying around in Toronto, probably hockey night in Canada. And here's Whitey he's just soaking wet because he didn't even towel off. He puts all his gear on. Almost missed the entire warm-up and would have had the equipment managers not gone in and got him. So that was one of the funny ones. It was not his ritual, but he screwed his ritual up being late. So that was it was unbelievable. Whitey, just one of the funniest things I've ever seen.
A young guy too. I mean,
he was
a
always
veteran room raiser. How do you get away with that as a young guy?
Wow, I was in Toronto. You got away with Matt's probably just I can't deal with these guys anymore. Matt's just what am I going to do? There's 9 of these guys that I'm trying to figure out handling about it.
I can't imagine I forgot about Ian White as well. I played with him just
He's a
briefly.
beauty,
He was in
huh?
the hot tub. Yeah, great guy.
He's awesome.
Different dude for sure. But
yeah.
I liked Ian. He was a good guy. But I can't imagine like getting in the hot tub before going out
No.
on the ice. Like I get the like you want to be warm and stuff, but sitting in hot water and like I said, I don't know. That would not be my cup of tea at all.
There was a guy who, with the Senators, with the first year, they finally broke on through into the playoffs. So, like mid to late 90s, a guy named Bruce Gardner. I don't know if you guys ever crossed paths with him.
I played with Bruce.
You played with Bruce? Okay. Yeah.
I think
they're really nice.
Shit, where did I play with him? In the minors. Anyways, keep going.
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, that seems to track. And like, no, because you would have been, he would have been a few years older than you.
Yes.
So anyway, he had a habit, or when the Senators went on a playoff run, he would dunk his stick in the toilet prior to every game.
Oh man.
So that was his pregame ritual in himself.
Okay.
And
hopefully not right after he used it.
Didn't what? Well, I was going to say, didn't one of you guys? I was going to say, didn't one of you guys share a story that somebody would always like? That's a pregame ritual.
No, we talked that pregame. So like guys running after the coaches meeting to get the stalls. Like it was like everyone had their stall in order, and you know like the seniority act went first. That's how that worked for sure. But that was prime time. That was that was prime time to get in there.
Yeah, that's not so much that's not so much a bizarre ritual. That's just keeping you right.
No, that's
right?
like the 9 coffees everybody drinks in the NHL all afternoon and night to get cooking.
Yeah, that's a good point. It's coming out of you one way or another.
So good. So good.